So this week I started my meme coins journey, trading meme coins. Pretty not, how would I put it? It's not what you think. It's pretty like, I was just trying to understand how to trade. It was pretty experimental, and I thought to share some of the things I found out. So basically, I think when you're doing meme coins, you could actually use a lot of, should I say, platforms. Let's go check Deck Screener, for instance, to see some of the platforms that are available for doing meme coins. I think when you go to search, no, not search, when you're trying to filter, you would see like different platforms that allow meme coins, and I really don't know all of them, but I'm pretty sure about the Solana, the Solana platform, and then Ethereum platforms too. But then I think I've been focused on the Solana platform because I think it just makes a lot of sense to actually focus. So when you pick the Solana platform, it actually has all the decentralized exchanges. That's what DEX mean. Different ones: PumpSwap, Radium, Okra, Meteora, blah blah blah, and all of those things. So I'm majorly focused on PumpSwap and PumpFun, just because I actually want to focus. Because I think most of these platforms requires me to really read and learn how they work instead of trying to do too many things at the same time. So I focused on PumpFun and PumpSwap. So basically, PumpFun, when a token gets to graduate, that means when a token gets to be swappable, like when it's, the only way I can explain it right now factually is that when a token graduates, I really don't even understand that graduation part, but it's more like, I think the only thing I can think about right now is the fact that when a token graduates, like when it gets to be on chain in a very proper way, the way a token is supposed to be, then it gets transferred to PumpSwap. I think initially it gets transferred to Radium, but then the guys behind PumpFun created their own, which is called PumpSwap. So those are the two ones I'm kind of like into, but let me show you like what PumpFun looks like. So basically, when you go to PumpFun, it's a bit hard to use that platform to analyze what graduates and what doesn't graduate. So for that reason, we're going to use something like Photon. So when you get to Photon and you click on Memescope, you can see, hold on a minute, you can see different PumpFun tokens, as you can see, like the ones that are newly created, and then you can see the one that are about to graduate. So graduation is actually being done by the market cap achievement. So basically, let's put it this way. So if we click this, let's look for a token that is really growing fast. Okay, let's pick it from here. So these are tokens that have not yet graduated but are close to graduation, meaning they're about to hit, I think for you to graduate, you have to hit the $60,000 market cap. We could Google that. Let's leave that. So basically, you have to reach $60,000 market cap or so, or 70,000. I'm really not sure, but let's see. About to graduate. Let's try X3. Basically, just have to have like a threshold you reach. So those are the things I found out. That's just it for that. Now, concerning different strategies I experimented with, let me close this Photon. It's the one making noise. Concerning different strategies I experimented with, I think I will show you an example of one. If you go to, like, I think I first started with buying tokens that are new. But then the crazy thing about buying tokens that are new is that they get rocked pretty quickly. And when you're talking about tokens being rocked, it simply means like people withdraw from the markets, and then their withdrawal from the markets from buying that token. When I say withdraw from the market, it means they bought the token, but then withdrew the percentage of the token that they have. So I think we can find that here. So basically, this is a token that is going up, meaning that there is really no sale what we have is buying. Hold on a bit. Orders here, we can see it in, oh god, I think the best place to really check this is on GMGN. Sorry, let me close this down. So GMGN, if you go to GMGN and then hold on a minute please. It's very funny, I'm supposed to see new tokens coming in. That's weird actually, but we can actually see activity. So as you can see, this is buying, this is selling, and all of that. But I really want to, I think we can also see that on deck screener. Hold on a minute. Yes, exactly, you can see buying and then selling. You can see buying and selling. I actually want to show us like an example of rogging. This is an example of rogging, but not a perfect example. Let me try something else. Very funny. We've not found a token that rogged really properly. Let's go back to Memescope, and then let me close these other tabs. Let me open 5 tokens, a couple of tokens. This one is already rogged. This one is already rogged. When you see this red line, it means I'm just explaining what I found out. It means that the holders of the token are withdrawing, and there's a deeper explanation on this, really, but I don't want to use this video to explain that. It simply means people buy tokens and then they sell their tokens. Yes, they sell their tokens, and when they sell their tokens, everything gets rogged. So essentially speaking, what they're trying to do, let me look for a more mature token. So here is an example of a mature token of them. It's not looking mature at all. But let me go to the 30 seconds chart. So basically what is happening here is that people are buying, selling, buy, sell, buy, sell. Now what happens here is that with anybody that buys here, the more people buy, the more this token increases in value. That's what I understand. So basically people buy at this point, waiting for other people to buy, and then they sell. So the idea could be that if you have a lot of percentage of the token and then you buy at the beginning and then other people buy and then you decide to sell because you own a huge percentage, it's going to drastically reduce the value of the token, and then everybody else loses. More like the way you have the pump and dump in normal crypto markets. And this one is not normal because there's a kind of algorithm that goes around it, because hold on, I don't know what the name of that process is called, but the real idea that goes around that is what they call the bonding curve. Just a minute, okay, so this is an example. So if you look right here, there's something called the bonding curve. So as this increases here, okay, we have that value here, $61,000, 499, $61,499 market cap. Once this one increases, it gets to 100%, then that's how it reaches graduation. And the increase in this bonding curve progress is based on how many people are holding the token and how much they're actually putting in. So that is one thing I found out. Now there's a strategy I started with. I really don't want this video to get too long, so I'm just going to summarize and leave out the strategy part basically, and just talk about a few of my holdings. And they're not really holdings per se, they're just like, should I say, experiments that you do because there isn't much capital. So let me start from this. This was a token that was actually, I really don't know the history behind why I bought this, and a couple of this one, they're just like a couple of unnecessary experiments. This one was a highly successful token. I bought it almost at the beginning with a very small amount, and it went straight to, I think, hold on, let me increase the time. It went, can you imagine, it went right from here up till this, like, I think I bought it when it was around 133, and then it reached up to this point, and then it went back down. So one of the things I've learned is that once you are you are in 2x, 3x, you probably want to sell whatever you have, at least sell a percentage of it and keep the rest. And as it increases, you want to buy, because can you imagine something going this up and then still eventually coming down, like going like, should I say 100x up? Yeah, 100x up. Yeah, even more, 200x up. And then it went down just within the same month. Come on, this is July 1st, and then July 7th is already down here. In fact, as at July 1st, it went straight up that same day, July 2, and then it went back down. And then this is a token, this is one I love the most because of the project that is behind it. I predicted this token and it actually got successful as much as I did, but it also went back down. I think you should share this Flux Runner. It's one of the best projects I have seen. I really do like it, and click on these videos to actually see the projects that are backing it up. The project that is the project behind the token, or the token behind the project, whatever it is. And then what other thing? Basically, that's just it for me. But one thing, now this is the last thing I'm going to say. I'm going to talk about the successes I've had and the things that I have done to achieve that level of success. Is if you come to Deck Screener, there are two things I do actually that have actually worked most of the time, surprisingly so, is that I filter by platform. I pick Solana, I save, and then I pick the DEXs. I only pick PumpSwap and then PumpFun, and then I save, I apply. So when I do this, I sort by market cap. I'm not saying this idea works all the time. I'm not giving you advice. I'm not a financial advisor, like everybody says. But then I'm just telling you about what I did do on my own. So I sort by market cap, and then I look at the age, right? And I look at something really recent, but yet very successful. This is an example, PopFun. Look at it. It went to 3,000% in the last 24 hours, 1.9 million, just 6 hours ago. This is something I'm going to mark down. And the reason why I would open it in a new tab, and the reason why I normally do that is because for something to go this high, it simply means there is something special about it, and it means that it's going to allow me to make money pretty fast, more like something like within the range of like 2x or 3x. But the one thing I've also noticed about this coins is that this tokens is that you want to, when it's 2x, you how would I put it, like, because I'm buying at 2 million market cap, right? So I just want to buy when it's like even 1.5x, 50% extra, and I'm out, right? And there's a possibility that it's going to achieve that on that day. So basically, that is what I just study. And sometimes I look at this place too, just in conjunction. Like, look at this. I look closely at these guys, depending on their age. And I know there are other strategies that work, but this is the one I use at the moment that has actually done well. But most of these tokens is that if you buy them, at least they're going to, at least the way I've seen them is like they're going to do 2 to 3x at least, in my opinion, before they get robbed or before they go down. So I look at this. So this 6 hours. Now this one is really mooning like crazy, and then I stay within this range. Since if I'm sorting by market cap, I stay within the middle range, because if you go down, definitely you're going to see some things that are new, right? But then I stay within this range, like from bottom to the middle, and I start looking for something that is young but still competing well with the big guys. And it's still PumpFun. It's still this guy that is really doing that, and it's still really going up. It was 1.9 when we were here, and now it's 2 million. So that's like almost, now it's 10% increase for anybody that has entered into it. So that has worked for me. And then most of the time when I do this, I pick a couple of tokens. Sometimes I ask, it doesn't really work. I screenshot these pages, ask ChatGPT, ask it questions, what does it think I should do? But I don't really think that makes a lot of sense. So when I look at this, one thing I do is I check their Twitter community. I try to read about them, see how the community is really thinking. And one thing I found out is the fact that the community is saying like they want to pump the token, they want to keep it, does not mean you should believe them. You should believe them halfway, but you should believe them, but also take out your profits. as it goes, except you want to hold it for a long time. And I think you should only hold for a long time unless you see a very good reason why that token is going to make a lot of money in the future. But most of the time, it's not all token that is going to have that level of reliability. So that's just it for me. I think meme coins are one of the things that I've really done, because one of the best things that I spend my time on. The reason is because it's around real life ideas and and stuff like that. But I don't really want to go into too much about that on this video. And thank you guys for listening. Subscribe, like, and share. Take care.